My name's Ants, and welcome to Sloth Love Chunk, a Goonies superfan podcast. Each episode, my co-host Matt and I discuss an aspect of the 80s cult classic film, The Goonies. We're both huge Goonies superfans in love with this timeless movie for the past almost 40 years. Join us each week as we discuss everything Goonies. We'll be talking about production details like the screenplay, soundtrack, deleted scenes, merchandise. We'll even be talking to other Goonies superfans like you. Who knows? Maybe we'll even have somebody special stop by the house to use the bathroom. It's gonna be amazing. So come on, grab your treasure map, go to wherever you get your podcasts, and find the rich stuff with Sloth Love Chunk.
Hey, you guys!
Welcome back to episode 4 of Sloth Love Chunk.
Sloth Love Chunk.
I'm your host, Ants.
And I'm
joined
Matt.
by Matthew. There
you
he
go.
is. So on this episode, we are going to do a list episode, which is who are our top 3 Goonies, and we're also going to rank them. I don't know if this is sacrilege, like heresy, by ranking Goonies, but we're going to do it.
No, there's a natural order to everything. And I think that should include the Goonies.
Okay. So, also, like for this exercise, Matthew,
yes.
I have decided to include like One-Eyed Willy is a Goonie.
Mm-hmm.
Sloth is a Goonie. And of course, I shouldn't even have to say this, but then I feel like I got to say it. Like Steph and Andy are also Goonies.
Yes.
I hate when you ever see those shirts where it's like, 4 names. I don't know, but it's like Mikey, Mouth, Data, Chunk, and Sloth. You see those shirts? But they never put Andy and Steph on them as being Goonies.
No, I haven't seen those shirts, but they did take the oath.
Yeah. Anyway, I always include the girls as Goonies. A lot of people ignore the girls, forget about them. Kind of pisses me off.
No, they're a big part. I included them in my list. I did the full list. I guess I missed the assignment. I did all of them with little pros and cons.
Yeah. They took the oath. Well, at least Andy took the oath. So if you guys, as always, stick around to the end of the episode where you too can take the Goonies oath.
Yes, maybe you'll be our number one at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't include ourselves in that list because we're Goonies.
Well,
that's okay.
You're not my number one, Matt.
All right, I know. I'm okay.
Don't get hurt.
Me neither.
So how do you want to do it? Should we do a ranking from starting at? So if we include Willy, Sloth, those are 9. Mm-hmm. So should we go like down from 9? We'll go like my number 9, your number 9, my number 8, your number 8, and then once we get to 3, we'll like boom.
Yep.
All right. So I don't know, man. I don't know if this is gonna upset you or not. We're really gonna learn a lot about each other.
I know. Okay.
On this episode, Matthew. Are you ready? So coming in at number 9 on my list, top Goonies, number 9, Brand.
Oh no.
He might be my least favorite Goonie.
Okay. We're already off to a bad start. We are very much not in sync.
Number 9.
All right.
Why? Well, look. He's basically a roadblock the whole time, right? He's the naysayer, always trying to stop the adventure. Like when does Brand really show his worth in the movie? He moves that big rock.
He does.
Right?
Uh-huh.
But other than that, the dude's either just like talking shit to the kids, they don't want to go, or he's just trying to cop a feel the whole time.
He also, if you've watched the deleted scenes in which they go to the store and they get trapped by the one and only Troy.
He does. He does. But let's just talk about the main movie, right?
Okay.
They cut out that scene because really, if we're just talking about the main movie, Brand gets railroaded by Troy off the road like a little bitch.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Well, you had your say. I don't agree.
You're number 9.
My number 9 is Andy.
Sex.
Because she's not, first of all, she's not even a misfit. She's a Richie Rich gal. And she's just a pretty face to me. And she's going out with Troy, for goodness sake. I think her being attracted to Brand is just her way of making Troy jealous. And let me see. What else do I have? She made out with a child.
She's a pedo, bro.
She's a pedo. Dude, how does she not know that that's Mikey? For goodness sake. It wasn't pitch black in that.
Yeah.
Well,
she doesn't know that Mikey's got braces. She seems to be like,
yeah. And the one pro I have for her circle is that she played the bones. That was the one useful thing that
yeah. Well, I mean, that's a big thing though.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting ready to crumble under pressure with playing the bones, but.
And then she specifically said, now Brand may have been roadblocking him and all that jazz, but he never specifically said, I am not a Goonie. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Right away. Okay. Anywho.
But she set up Troy's bucket, bro. Once she set up Troy's bucket, everybody was all in. That's the point of no return, right?
Yep.
If it wasn't for Andy sending up Troy's bucket with her little letter sweater, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they might have all just rode that bucket up.
That's true.
But it was her decision. It was her decision.
She turned her back on her lifestyle.
Yeah, her old life.
Yeah.
And then she went forward with her new Goonie life. So for her to be your number 9, lame.
Well, it's still there. So we're going to move on. Number 8.
This one was hard. Stuff.
I agree. We're
both. You're number 8 too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Like, I like stuff. I do like stuff. Sometimes I feel like she was a little too anti-mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And like, just like with Gran, what did she like?
She was totally useless to me. That's what the first thing I put. Most useless Goonie.
I know. And then when she broke her glasses, it was like, oh God, we got this girl who's not doing nothing. And now she broke her glasses. It's worse. Now we're going to have to put her on our back and carry her everywhere.
Yeah. And who catches crabs in a barrel? Like, that's still weird to me. Why was she doing that?
A feral fisherman's daughter.
And then she was egging Troy on while he was practically killing Brand in that car, if you recall.
Was she?
Yeah, she was like the bike.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was being a real B word.
She's one of the guys, though, you know? That's what dudes do.
But she was a good foil to Mouth. I thought she was just right amount of foil for Mouth, because Mouth is actually the next one on my list.
Whoa, you put Mouth at number
there.
7?
Yeah, I did. So I give her praise. And then as far as movie lines go, I have her as one of the good ones for that deadpan when she said, Brand, I think God put that rock there for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that line. Yeah, it's really good. It's very good delivery.
Martha didn't thank you.
For her pro.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, for her pros, she punched Ma Fratelli right in the jaw.
I don't know. Like, could you punch a grandma?
Well, no. I mean, at that point.
All right. Say it's like some grandma's got like a sword pointed at your chest, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking a grandma. Well, she's not a grandma, but she looks like a grandma. Could you punch a grandma in the face, even though your life might be threatened by her?
Yes.
I don't know if I could. I think I would just like slap the sword. I'd be like sword slap and then run.
Well,
I don't think I could punch an old lady.
Maybe that was, as you recall, in the book, she's a bit of a badass, right? Maybe that was the writer sleeping that attitude in where she didn't give a shit. She's like,
yeah. But it's also kind of a bit of a sucker punch, right? Because she points up, she tells, "Hey, Ma, look." So the mom looks, and then she punches her, which is even worse.
I don't know. Are you a Fratelli? Is your last name Fratelli somehow?
No, but it makes you want to put Steph at number 9 now that I think about it. sucker punching grandmas.
Yes, and the grandma's not the only one she attacked. She helped Mouth attack Mikey when the last thing that they asked Mouth to translate, and he's like, "Oh, this is just a sketch of the old cannonball chamber. Where's the gold? And
where's the gold, Mikey?
Who's the second voice behind Mouth? It's Steph. They don't enjoy the journey. They want to enjoy the destination.
I kind of want to put her at number 9 now, man.
Yeah, well,
flipperty flopperty with Brand.
Okay.
All right, give me your number 7.
So we move. That's, as I mentioned just now, Mouth is number 7. That's right. One of the core Goonies is number 7. He won't shut up. The dude's I mean, just imagine having him as your pal. Like, he's great to watch, but imagine him coming over all the time, and like, how many times you get your ass kicked by older kids because he won't shut his damn mouth.
Yeah, or like how many paintings get ruined.
Yeah, so you can't leave a painting.
Kiss.
Nice way to liquor kiss. He does say lickery kiss, right?
That's how I hear it. Lickery.
Like Lick ERY. Okay.
That's what I tell my kids every time I say, get over here and give me a nice way to liquor a kiss.
I mean, yeah, and the same thing I said just a while ago. He only cared about the destination, not the journey. And his true blue colors came out when they got close to the gold. So, but he did translate the map, and one of my favorite lines in the movie was, "Hey, Mikey, gotta go to the bathroom."
Yeah, with Mouth, I've always kind of had a weird relationship with the wishing well scene, with the whole, this is my wish, and I'm taking it back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It makes me just feel like Mouth is a broken kid,
Mm-hmm.
Just wants to take those wishes back. What were his wishes?
Wait, what happened to him?
Yeah. What was his wish to where by the time he was like 13, 14, it didn't come true, that he pretty much had become so cynical in life?
Yeah. I'm thinking his mom probably left his dad because...
Yeah, you never see the mom.
No, it's just...
Do you even see Mouth's dad at the end when all the parents show up?
You don't.
You don't. It's just him chilling with... You don't see Steph's parents either.
No.
Just Mouth and Steph are chilling together.
Oh,
man. Two lonely, orphaned misfits find each other.
Yeah. See, I bet his dad had a drinking problem, and it's like, Mouth has to drive his dad to all his jobs because his dad is drunk all the time, and that's why he was like,
I have my face in these pipes all day, kid.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. Go get yourself some
microwave
pie sticks.
Yeah.
What, you speak Spanish like some Mexican?
Yeah,
go back where you came from.
Yeah, your mama ran off with a Mexican.
Oh, dude, that's what
happened. So who's your number 7 then?
This is, a little bit of a non-traditional, yet traditional pick. One-Eyed Willy is my numero 7. And that's just because we don't really get to know One-Eyed Willy so much. Yet, if it wasn't for the old OEW, One-Eyed Willy, yeah, that works.
Yep.
We wouldn't even have the adventure, And also, after reading the novelization, I feel like Mikey and One-Eyed Willy are sort of almost the same person. So I kind of ranked them closely.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Give me your number 7, Matthew.
I don't know if I want to keep going. I gave you my number 7.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me your number 6.
My number 6 is Brand. This is where I rank Brandon. And it's a lot of the same reasons. It's funny because he's always a naysayer. He only cares about hooking up with Andy. That's like his number 1 priority on the mission. And like he's going after Troy's like sloppy seconds. I mean, have some self-respect. What is the deal with
Andy and Troy and Brand? Is she dating everybody? I don't think she's dating Troy so much. I think Troy's trying to get in her shorts, her squirts.
I don't know.
But I don't, I think they just they're like tennis partners.
I don't think so.
Right now, right?
No, she's... Either way, Brand should say, well, you go have fun with Troy. You were laughing while I was almost died in that car crash.
I'm not the kind of person that's ever like dated multiple people at the same time.
And then did he pay back Data's sister for stealing her bike?
Come on, whatever.
Did he? I mean, that poor kid. I mean, she
found the jewels. They found the rich stuff, bro. And
but her bike's gone forever. She can never get that back. It's on the bottom of that mountain.
And buy her a Harley Davidson.
His pros. He did save Andy from drowning. That's something you forgot to mention. She couldn't swim. Her hands were cuffed. And then he didn't like kick Mikey's ass for kissing Andy.
He's also very polite when he jumps off the plank. He goes to Ma Fratelli and he goes, "Get out of the way." And then he gently moves her to the side. And then he jumps off.
Unlike Steph, who punched her in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. He could have just like shoulder checked her.
Yeah.
And then jumped. But he was like, "Get out of the way." And he kind of like moves her.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes, that's pretty polite.
Yeah. Okay.
It's nice of him.
Well, let's hear it.
My numero seis is Andy. That's a nice middle position.
Yeah.
I feel for Andy. Like we said, boom, play the bones. She also gave a lot of sexual tension in the movie, which is always great in a movie full of 13-year-olds.
Yes.
But like I dig Andy because she made the choice. She's like the only person basically in this movie. I'm not going to say Sloth. Sloth's not in the same position, but Andy made the choice between Goonie, not Goonie. And she made that choice, which I got to respect that.
I guess so.
I got to love that.
But she did make it in a room full of Goonies, though.
Oh, you think she felt peer pressure to be a goon? No. She could have gone up that bucket.
No, yeah, that's true. She could have gotten home and showered and gone right
clothes. Up that bucket, bro. Yeah. Made her court time for tennis. She could have done it, but no.
Oh, okay.
Chose goon.
Let's see.
Number 5.
I have Sloth.
Oh, jeez, you're so stupid.
I'm not stupid.
Sloth is number 5.
Sloth is number 5. I mean,
this podcast is called Sloth Love Chunk, and you put him at number 5.
I did. I mean, he's not even. He's not even there.
What? He's not even what?
He's not all there.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by is that what are you saying?
I'm saying that he's
not all there mentally, or he's not all there in the movie.
Yes, both.
Oh my god.
I mean,
whoa.
He did.
Dude.
Wow.
We're going to need to get some sort of like DEI coordinator on this podcast.
No, he does.
Insensitive.
I mean, it's not like he knew what he was more into getting revenge on his. Yes.
No.
Yes. Yeah. He tied him up.
Well, getting revenge?
That's right. That was his motivation.
I will clearly refute these points once I get to my Sloth number.
Okay. Ugh. Let me list what I got here, because it's mostly pros. And he was kind of Chunk right away, in his goofy kind of way. He wasn't aggressive towards him. He offered him a candy bar, for goodness sake, as soon as he, ripped himself.
Chunk offers the candy bar.
Oh, does he? Well, he takes, he shares it with him. Okay. He's super strong.
I wish people could see my side eye right now.
He saved Mouth and Steph by swinging on that rope.
Oh, just those two?
Well, he did save that. Well, on my next bullet point is that he saved the rest of the Goonies by holding that rock.
Just the Goonies?
Yeah.
How about the Fratellis as well? Mr. Revenge?
No, he doesn't. Well, how do they get out? They don't get out through that rockway. They get out with the ship along the coastline.
Sloth saves ass, bro.
And then I put that he has the best line in the movie, which was at the end when they see the inferno.
That's the best line in the movie.
Yeah, because it like puts like an exclamation point on how the Goonies are feeling. Like, he perfectly expresses like that. There's no need for eloquent speeches. There's no need for shit like that. You just let out what's in your heart. And what was in his heart was he saw the ship and his Goonie self went, oh.
There's like thousands of screenwriters that would say like, oh man, like the best line I could write is just, oh.
It is.
And then I could win like an Oscar or an Emmy.
I'm saying that's like the best
I just
single
wrote
line.
that one line.
Well, I mean,
you're not even ahead. Why don't you stop while you're where you at right now?
It's like freedom.
5? Yeah, maybe.
All right. Anyway, number 5 for Sloth.
All right, my number 5. Mouth.
Jesus, don't. Okay.
What were you?
I'm waiting for Mikey and Mikey. Anyway.
Yeah, mouth.
Okay.
Mouth. Number 5. Right middle of the road. I mean, I love Mouth. I don't know how he can keep that many pearls in his mouth. But I like him.
Why? He's just a dick.
Habla the Espanol.
Well, sure, but he insults everyone around him.
He's just, I don't know. That's just how he deals with situations. Humor, rapping.
Yeah, no.
He's hilarious.
No, he's not. He's hurtful. But I guess it lets me see that I was the bullied growing up and you were the bully because you like Mouth. That's all there is to it. Yeah. I mean, come on.
All right. Give me number 4.
Number 4 is Data.
Data. I don't know. Whatever, right?
He's Data. He's inventive. He's daring. He, his inventions. His pinchers of peril helped reveal that hidden chamber that let their adventure continue, right? From the well. So they would have been stuck in the well if it wasn't for him.
I agree with all of this because I have not yet mentioned.
And then
Data.
Data.
And his evil brother Lore.
Data. And then his what's that punchy thing? Did they mention the name of that one? His
bully. That's not bully players. It's
They mention it right somewhere.
I'm gonna have to cut this because we don't know. We're supposed to be super fans, Matt.
Gosh damn it! What is it called? Is it mentioned in the book? Is it mentioned in the screenplay?
I can't think of it right now. Jeez.
Anyway, that buys Andy just enough time to play the bones. His slick shoes as well. He's got so many times where he saves their ass by buying them time with his adventures, with his inventions, I should say. He also had the sweetest reunion. If we're gonna get a little,
yeah,
he had the sweetest reunion
kind of
with his
make you want
parents.
to cry,
It does. That was like
it's okay. I mean, I gotta have my wife watch that scene and let me know if that's what they're really saying.
Oh, maybe they're advertising for
they might be talking Cantonese though.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
And then of course he fancies himself 007, which I always think is cool. So yeah, that's Data for number 4.
I mean, not bad. Pretty close.
Yeah.
My number 4, Matthew. He doesn't even crack the top 3.
Oh my God.
Mikey.
Oh my Lord.
Mikey.
I don't know how you justify that. But let's hear it.
I don't know. I guess it's his, should I say idealism? That what would you call what Mikey has? That thirst for adventure. It might have been contagious to the Goonies. To me, not so much. I feel like the group dynamic is what made me want to go along on the adventure. I don't think he's like the best leader in the world.
My God, they would never have left that Goonie house if it wasn't for Mikey. They would have watched the end of that Cyndi Lauper, had dinner, and then gone to bed.
He seems to be a bit of a whiner and a beggar, though. He didn't seem to be very inspiring. He's like, come on, guys, come on. Although, wishing well seen speech, yes. I guess, yes. I don't know. Mikey doesn't really do it for me, though. Like, I don't know. Gosh. It's sort of not. Maybe it's the Canadian tuxedo.
I already know. I know where your list is going, and I don't like it.
Well, by elimination, you should probably already know what it is.
I think
I don't got a problem with Mikey. That's why he's number 4. Right? Like he's above what is that? The mean? Oh, I don't know. but he's definitely not top 3. All right, here we go. Boom.
All right.
Top 3 Goonies.
You want to go next? You should go next.
Okay.
All right, number 3.
Number 3. Data.
Okay.
Otherwise known as Richard, whose real name is Richard Wang.
Ricky.
Well, don't you think they're being a little bit... This is the 80s, right? What is Richard Wang? Dick Wang.
Oh, Dick Wang.
That's not that funny, guys, but it's kind of... You think that's on purpose? It's you totally know that's on purpose.
Yeah, that's got to be.
That it's got to be Dick Wang.
Dick Wang.
You know? Anyways.
Yeah.
You got to love the name.
Okay. And that's why you chose?
No, but that's one of the reasons. But, you just got to love Dick's personality. I loved how he would get exasperated all the time. Like, booty shots, that's what I said. That's what I said. He gets exasperated and frustrated, but like he's still like...
He does. And now that you mention it, I hadn't noticed how exasperating, especially when he says the stairs.
Data's falling. You guys, why Data's taking the stairs?
Well, Data thinks no one cares anymore.
Plus, everybody's got to love his inventions.
Of course. Yeah.
And he's a pretty brave dude, whether you're considering, him doing the zip line between his house and the Walsh home, being 007. Like, when he's falling to certain death, he has the presence of mind. Boom, pinches apparel.
Yeah.
Saves his life.
Yep.
Like, he even stands up to Fratellis, when they got their guns and their swords out, and he's like, "Get behind me, guys."
Oh, yeah.
And he tries to do his thing. Like, he stands up. He's a brave dude. Love Data.
I hadn't thought about
Plus,
that. It wasn't Mike. Gosh dang it. It wasn't Mikey who stood up. It wasn't, There wasn't some leadership that sprung to life in Mikey.
The real leader would have been like, "No, guys, I'll take the sword in the guts."
Yeah.
Or whatever. No. Like, Data was one like, "I got this." And what's Mikey saying? No, Data, no.
Yeah. And it wasn't like Data had a surefire weapon. If he had a gun, it would be less.
Well, in his mind, I think he thought he had a surefire weapon.
Right. Yeah, it'll suck it up.
Anyways.
Oh boy.
Right.
Oh,
your number 3.
Number 3 is Chunk, which I'm sure is not your number 1, but let's go forward. Chunk is the guy I would be in the Goonies adventure. I would be reluctant.
So you view yourself as the number 3?
Yes. No, I'm saying
you got some self-esteem issues, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm saying he's the dude I would be reluctant to go. I would be wanting to go home. I mean, you got to know yourself, and this is me. I would be the one to want to do that, but I would still do it anyway because, my friends are the ones that need me. So that's where I put him as so high because, like, despite his fears and reluctancy, he still goes, even though he has to do it with a big, scary monster looking dude. He still forges ahead. And I mean, he gets kidnapped and he almost gets his hand thrown in a blender. Like at that point, he should have said, "Nope, I'm just going to go home and eat my dinner." But no, he continues.
Valid points.
I actually like his tall tales. Because I make up shit all the time. And then...
yeah, you do.
And he was good comic relief. Unlike our mouth, who relied on hurting people's feelings, he was like self-deprecating in his humor. So he didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I mean, he's Captain Chunk.
These are all valid points, Matthew. I agree with everything you've said here.
Okay.
Yes. If no negatives. What are we at? We're at number 2. All right. So here we go. Boom. This is like,
I didn't do
like runner up and.
So what I did, I have the last 2 kind of at a tie. I did 1 and 1A.
Me too.
I did 1 and 1A. I didn't write anything really for. So my number 1A is One-Eyed Willy. No, which one would be higher, 1A or 1B?
I think they're just both number 1.
Yeah,
but I guess wherever
One-Eyed Willy, he's the original. I don't have a whole lot, like you said earlier. We don't know a lot about him, but he was.
Oh, you don't have a whole lot to talk about the guy that you're picking for number 1. Wow.
Well, he's one. He's not. He's sub 1. So But he's important. Like, there would be no adventure if he hadn't done what he did. I mean, he stole a treasure from the, oh my gosh, Lincoln. What empire did he steal from? The British? I was going to say the Spanish. The British.
I just love how your number one
So,
pick
yes.
is just crumbling right now underneath your own.
It's not crumbling. It's just we don't have a whole lot of information about him.
Yet you chose number one for the guy. That
I did. Well, no, he's sub. Well, let's hear yours, mister.
No, well, okay. We won't get to your 1B yet.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 1 and number 2 was very difficult for me. It was almost a tie. But I'm going to go ahead and pick a number 2. My number 2 Goonie is Sloth. Lotney Fratelli. I mean, like, who doesn't love a gentle giant?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, just like Fezzik in Princess Bride.
Yes.
We love these characters. What I like about Sloth also is that he makes us question our own assumptions and prejudices.
Boy, you're sure putting a lot of
Is this getting too
philosophy on him.
deep? Is this getting too deep? Is this
I mean, this is the guy.
But
that
this is what I'm saying. It's like when we first see Sloth, right? He's a holy shit, scary movie monster. He's freaky. He's terrifying. It's probably the scariest part of the movie. When I saw, the Goonies when I was a kid, I kind of dreaded that scene where like Mikey finds him in the Lighthouse Lounge, and it's scary,
Yeah.
It's freaky.
Mm-hmm.
We're all scared of him. But like once we get to know him and we get past those initial reactions to his looks,
Mm-hmm.
we find out that Sloth's, he's a sweetheart.
Mm.
He's full of love. Sloth Love Chunk. So even despite being chained up and being treated like shit by his family, the dude is still full of all of this love for Chunk.
Yeah.
Even for the Fratellis, like he saves Ma, he saves his brothers at the end. When he's holding the rock, he's like, Ma, despite all the shit this dude's been through, right? He's still like the good guy. He's still the good guy. I don't know, man. And then plus like the relationship between Sloth and Chunk, that is the heart of the movie, is those two. Don't you think?
No, I don't think so. I think they should call it. I think this movie could be called Mikey's Adventure, featuring Sloth and Chunk.
So yes, Sloth is my number 2, but he's right up there, man.
Okay,
it was a hard decision. All right, give me your 1B.
I have to. It's Mikey. He's the heart and soul of the group. He's the one that inspires them to go. Despite his physical shortcomings, he's short. He has asthma. He wears braces. He's who I want to be. I said I am Chunk, but Mikey's the one I inspire to be. I mean, his speech giving, it's right up there with like sports coaches, and he has like one of the greatest speeches in cinematic history. Forget the dictator with that speech. This one gets you going, dude. I mean, consider who he gave it to, a bunch of teenagers who just want to go home and goof off. He inspired teenagers, not soldiers who have already like given their pledge to their country or his countrymen who he's trying to get to fight.
Do you think it's one of the most recognizable movie speeches? I don't know, like to us it is. But
I don't think
we're living in our Goonies bubble.
Yeah.
Right? So whenever I hear
no,
the next time you take a test, but do you think that you can go to like a lot of people on the street? You go to anybody on the street, and if you were to say those lines, would they know that's the Goonies? I think they would. So then I got to think about like, all right, what other kind of motivational speeches? Like you said earlier, Braveheart, right? Whatever he says, I don't even know it, but I guess if I hear it, I would know it. I mean, but I was like speeches. Like, is that one of like Brad Pitt and Troy?
Yeah.
But what else?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe it is.
That's how good it is. And I mean, and then one of my
people are going to be like, oh my God, you guys forgot about all these amazing speeches. You guys are just a bunch of dweebs.
No, I don't care about that. And then F&A, it's his marble bag that saves the day. It wasn't mouthful of jewels he had the forethought to leave Willie his share. So that means, he's got character. He's got heart. He's a good guy. He has integrity. That's what sinks the Fratellis and makes all that booby trap. They want that gold. And even his group wanted that gold on that scale. But no, he's got a good heart and said, nope.
I don't know about
that's Willie's.
I feel like if it wasn't for the Fratellis, then Willie's ship wouldn't have sailed its last sailing. That final booby trap wasn't so much of a negative thing as it was Willie's last ride. So maybe Mikey should have taken that rich stuff and gone on that last ride with Willie.
No. Because let me tell you what happened to that ship. The U.S. Coast Guard caught up to it, and Troy's great-grandfather said, hey, that's my cape that it was in. And he still became rich.
It probably just crashed into some rocks.
Yeah.
It just fell apart. All right. Boom. My number one. Who do you think it is, Matthew?
Is it Lawrence Cohen?
That is correct. Lawrence Cohen. Chunk. I chose Chunk because he actually has the most developed character arc in the whole movie, right? Like he starts out as like he's this bullied kid, truffle shuffle, like bullshitter, makes up all these fantastical stories. But by the end, like he's living the stories, like he's not getting bullied. He starts out afraid of the dark, afraid of pretty much everything. He ends up being the guy who rescues the Goonies, and he even confronts the Fratellis.
It's a good choice. Yeah.
So I think that my favorite part of this movie is the relationship between Sloth and Chunk. Chunk accepts Sloth. Like that's got to be a hard thing to do. That's about Chunk.
I actually forgot about that bullet point. Yeah, he
accepts him. Like he understands what it is to be different. Like he looks past all the things that would freak out people about Sloth. But it's not. I mean, like initially, sure, like Chunk's a little bit like everybody. You're like, oh my god, this guy's scary. But like, just how quickly he gets over it, and then he just accepts Sloth. Like I love that. I also love how Chunk treats Sloth sort of like a little brother, even though Sloth is older,
clearly bigger,
and bigger. He takes care of him like a little brother.
I never thought of that angle. Can you expound on that?
Like what? That he takes
like what moments? Like is there?
I mean, when he's teaching him about like echoes, like this way. Even when he's at the very end, he's trying to get him to come with him. Like you got to do this when we adopt you.
Oh right, yeah.
This might sound a little sensitive, and whatever, but like at the very end. When he goes to Sloth and he's like, you're going to live with me now. And Sloth looks at him and his ears start wagging.
Or swiveling, yeah.
He says, you're going to live with me now, Sloth.
Because I love you.
Yeah. Because I love you. I love you. Like, dude, as I get older, that scene has become my favorite scene in the movie. Like, there's sometimes like I get pretty misty eyed.
That's a little choked up.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful scene. So, yeah, that's why Chunk is
Mr. Chunk
number one Goonie.
I actually had I have an honorable mention.
It's a Rosalita, isn't it?
It is. She is. Think about it, dude. She's this part-time
gal. We talked about that. Yeah,
part-time gal, and she's treated like shit. And she has to go through all this craziness. She almost gets run over, headed to the Walsh house, for God's sake. And all she has to do is not mention all the jewels. All she has to do is walk away. And she can
look in the marble bag. She could have put that in her jacket.
And walked away, and no more cleaning houses, and no more taking shit from nobody. And she gave it all. And that's another thing. She could have said, oh, I'll just give him one or two. That'll cover.
She could have put a diamond in her mouth. Put it in her cheek.
Yes. So she is my honorable mention.
That is very good honorable mention.
Yes.
Do I have any honorable mentions? No.
No, that was it, right? There's no one else. who aids them.
So let me ask you, Matt. Now that we've gone through our lists, like, do you feel that you'd want to like change your list now at all? Now that I've given my reasons, given your reasons.
No,
You're still comfortable. You're still
So
comfortable with your.
That's right. I don't know. I don't still understand how you have Mikey outside the top 3. That's ridiculous.
It's number 4, bro. He's almost there.
It's ridiculous that you say that. My God.
Well, all right. This was fun. This was good.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to watch this football game.
I can't wait until we get some fans of this and they start debating this episode in particular.
Oh, you can't wait. You might be waiting a while, Matthew.
Well, I'm going to send this episode to as many people as I can, and I want them to weigh in, and I want them to tell me a more eloquent way to say how dumb you are for not picking Mikey.
Well, yeah. If any of you out there want to weigh in and tell us who your like top favorite Goonies are, you can find us at slothlovechunk.com. You can email us at goondocks@slothlovechunk.com. We've also got an Instagram at slothlovechunkpod. Let us know what are your top rankings, top 3 Goonies. It doesn't matter.
Tell us why Mikey's the best.
Just send us anything. We just get a lot of spam. It's pretty much what it is. All right, Matthew, it's that time. You know what time it is?
Yes, I do. It's time for the oath.
Time for the Goonies Oath. Are you ready? And also, if you guys want to join in on the Goonies Oath, you can go ahead and find it on our website at slothlovechunk.com. The Goonies Oath is up. It's up there. So if you want to read along, recite along.
You want to go line by line on this one?
Let's do it.
Okay. The Goonies Oath. I will never betray my Goondock friends.
We will stick together until the whole world ends.
Through heaven and hell and nuclear war.
Good pals like us will stick like tar.
In the city or the country or the forest or the boonies.
I am proudly declared a fellow
Goonie. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Guys.
AKA Mikey's squad. Just one last jab before we go.
All right. Next time, I think we're going to discuss the soundtrack, which let's just do the whole thing. Let's do the music sound, like the track,
like soundtrack. The original. Yeah, the original motion picture.
We'll do the score and the soundtrack.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So the Dave Grusin score, and then the songs. Goonies are good enough. Yes. 8 arms to hold you by, stuff like that.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
That's a good one.
You better start doing some research, listen to all those songs, Matthew.
I am. As soon as we get off, I'm going to put that on Spotify, where you can find our podcast.
Yeah, you should be able to find our podcast everywhere you find your favorite podcasts. All right. Well, this was fun, Matt. What are you going to be doing?
Watching. Is the football game still on?
Yeah, it's the fourth quarter. 9 minutes left. Kansas City's ahead. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do.
All right, Maddie. I'll see you soon, bro.
All right, dude. Later, man.